Hey guys, look at this awesome view behind me before I start the video. Pretty cool. So I was asked by a friend to do a video on the coronavirus. So that's going to be today's topic. So I know that this is kind of becoming like a widespread panic situation right now. The media is really kind of blowing it out of proportion in my opinion. So I really don't think it's quite as bad as they're making it out to be. It seems like it's a slightly more lethal version of the flu, but it's nothing like a black plague or a pandemic of that kind of proportion. It's mostly affecting the elderly and the youth, the really young, whereas everyone in between seems to be recovering from it pretty well. So in order to deal with anxiety from the coronavirus, worrying about your loved ones catching it and potentially not ending up too great because of it, what you can do is one really simple solution is turn off the TV. Stop listening to the media. It really is kind of fear-mongering this right now because it's a huge thing. It's making them a ton of money, and it's just basically the biggest thing trending right now. So they're going to harp on it as much as they can and make as much money off of it as they can. So I'd say just stop listening to it, filter it out. That's one of the easiest ways to get rid of any anxiety around the situation. But beyond that, another thing you should do is just stay positive. Realize that, in life, bad things will happen. Stuff like this, viruses, they'll come up and there's nothing we can do about them. They're going to be here. All we can do is try to take care of ourselves as best we can, and that's about it. So stay positive. You can't control the situation. It's not like you can, on your own, completely stop this virus from existing. So be confident that things are going to work out well in the end, that things are going to be fine, and that everyone you care about is going to be fine as well. Just trust in the universe that it's going to make things stay good for you. Another thing you can do is just, if you feel any anxiety arising, just meditate in the moment. The practice you can actually do is focusing on your breath, where you breathe in through your belly, so your diaphragm. Breathe in for 4 seconds. So literally inhale to the count of 4. Then at the top, while your lungs are fully expanded with air, hold it for 2 seconds. Then exhale for 4 seconds. And then once your lungs have let go of all the air in them, hold that for 2 seconds. So you're basically breathing in for 4 seconds, holding it for 2, exhaling for 4 seconds, and then holding that for 2 seconds. And when you do this, it's going to be incredibly hard to not be present in the moment. You're literally focusing on your breath. It'll get rid of all your worries. So give that a try. And just one last thing about the coronavirus. Another thing to quell any fear or anxiety you may have about it is that viruses tend to come out pretty lethal at the beginning. It's just the way they are. They'll take over a bunch of hosts and then be pretty lethal and end up killing a lot of them. So what ends up happening is the virus evolves, because if it's killing people, if it's too lethal, that's not good for it. It wants to spread to as many people as possible, right? So eventually over time, it becomes less and less lethal. That's going to happen with the coronavirus. It happens with all the others. So know that. Trust in that. It eventually will kind of die down a bit. It won't be as big of an issue, and eventually it'll just disappear altogether. So I hope that helps, and have a great rest of the day. Arrivederci.